the fantasy baseball season. And here's a few pitchers on the rise this week. The first guy's Kyle Hendricks of the Chicago Cubs. For the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, he got off to an awful start as Hendricks, but right now he's one of the best pitchers in all of fantasy baseball. Over the last month on the season for him, 10-4 record already. 92 hits, 37 earned runs, 19 homers, 17 walks, 70 strikeouts, 3.84 ERA, and a 1.26 whip with 11 quality starts. So right now, Hendricks, he's leading the charge for this Cub team, and he's pretty much the ace of this pitching staff here, and he's pitching real well in the last couple weeks for him. 18 innings, 3-0 record, 9 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 homers, 3 walks, 14 Ks, a 1 ERA, a 0.67 whip, and 3 quality starts. So right now, he's going out there. I know he's still not going that deep into ball games, but at least 6 innings a game, Hendricks is going. And he's been a great pitcher this season now for fantasy owners. And if you bought him low early in the year, it's paying great dividends for your fantasy team. Right now, the last few games for Hendricks, June 12th versus St. Louis, 6 innings, got the win, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 homers, giving up a walk, 2 Ks, a 3 ERA, 0.67 whip, and a quality start. June 17th at the Mets, 6 innings, got the win, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks, 0.67 whip, and a quality start. And then June 22nd versus the Cleveland Indians, 6 innings, got the win, 4 hits, no runs again, 5 Ks, 0.67 whip, and a quality start. So right now, he's been almost unhittable the last 2 outings this year, Hendricks. No runs given up, ERA lowering, and he's a pitcher definitely on the rise this week with his next outing, June 28th, at the Milwaukee Brewers. The next pitcher on the rise this week is Anthony DiSclafani of the San Francisco Giants. So this San Francisco Giant team this season, a lot of pitchers have pitched pretty well this year for them. DiSclafani, Gosman, Alex Wood early in the season, and even Sammy Long's emerged the last few weeks for this team. And on the season here for DiSclafani, 87 2/3, 8-2 record, 64 hits, 27 earned runs, 8 homers given up, 24 walks, 80 strikeouts, a 2.77 ERA, and a 1 whip with 8 quality starts. But the last couple weeks for him, he's pretty much been unhittable as well as DiSclafani. 21 innings, 3-0 record, 10 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 22 strikeouts, an 0.43 ERA, and an 0.67 whip with 2 quality starts. So right now, he's been lights out. But I just don't know if this is going to be sustainable and if he's going to go out there each and every 5th day and pitch gems here like he has as DiSclafani. And obviously, this is a tough division in the NL West with good hitting teams like the Dodgers, Padres, and even the Rockies have some decent bats. And right now, he's definitely on the rise, but he's also a player that I could see falling in the next few weeks. But the last few outings for him, June 11th at Washington, complete game 2 hitter in that one with 8 strikeouts, a walk, and an 0.33 whip and a quality start. June 16th versus Arizona, 5 innings, got the win, 5 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, 5 Ks, a 1.80 ERA, and a 1.20 whip. And then June 22nd at the Angels, 7 innings, got the win, 3 hits, 2 walks, 9 Ks, no runs given up, 0.79 whip, and a quality start. So right here, he's been lights out, like I mentioned. He's pitching great, no doubt about it. And we'll see what he does in his next outing, June 28th at the Dodgers. The next pitcher on the rise this week is Jose Urquidy of the Houston Astros. So Urquidy, I was big on him coming into the season here in fantasy drafts. And so far, he really hasn't disappointed on the season. 76 innings, 6-3 records, 60 hits, 28 earned runs, 11 homers, 13 walks, 66 strikeouts, a 3.32 ERA, and an 0.96 whip with 7 quality starts. But the last couple weeks here for Urquidy, he's been masterful. 21 innings, 2-0 record, 11 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 homers, 3 walks, 19 strikeouts, a 2.14 ERA, and an 0.67 whip with 3 quality starts. So he's going out there, he's going deep into games. And ever since he returned from injury, he's been pretty much one of the better pitchers in all of fantasy baseball. Here is Urquidy. And also it helps when this Houston Astros team is providing a lot of runs and no pressure for their pitchers. So the last 3 outings for Urquidy, June 11th in Minnesota, 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 homers, a walk, 8 Ks, a 3.86 ERA, 0.71 whip and a quality start. June 17th versus the White Sox, 7 innings, got the win, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 5 Ks, a 2.57 ERA, and a 0.71 whip with a quality start. And June 23rd at Baltimore, 7 innings, got the win, 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 6 Ks, an 0.57 whip, and a quality start. So right now he's going out there, no pressure on him with all the run support, and he's pitching well. So he's definitely a pitcher on the rise here this week. The next pitcher is Flexen of the Seattle Mariners. So Flexen, he's really turned things around over the last season here, from him on the Mets last year to this year with the Seattle Mariners. And on the season for him, 74 1/3, 6-3 record, 79 hits, 32 earned runs, 8 homers, 15 walks, 15 Ks, 3.87 ERA, a 1.25 whip, and 6 quality starts for the last couple weeks here for Flexen. 14 2/3, 1-0 record, 8 hits, 1 earned run, a homer, 2 walks, 14 Ks, 0.61 ERA, 0.68 whip, and 2 quality starts. So right now he's pretty much lights out the last couple weeks for the Seattle team. And right here, I know the Seattle team ain't that great of a team. They're not going to give a lot of run support, but right now Flexen's going out there, and he's been a valuable fantasy option for most of the season here in the last few outings for him. June 15th versus Minnesota, 8 innings, got the win, 4 hits, no runs, 8 Ks, 0.50 whip and a quality start. June 22nd versus the Rockies, 6 2/3, no decision, 4 hits, an earned run, a homer, 2 walks, 6 Ks, 1.35 ERA, and an 0.90 whip and a quality start. So right now he's going out there, he's pitching good, and he was a recommended fantasy ad as well this week on the waiver wire. But right now he's definitely rising up the rankings, and the 5th and final pitcher rising up the rankings this week's Charlie Morton of the Atlanta Braves. To the first 5-6 weeks of the season, Morton, he was horrible with his new ball club, but now he's definitely turned things around and rising up on the season. 80 2/3, 7-3 record, 64 hits, 33 earned runs, 7 homers, 28 walks, 93 strikeouts, a 3.68 ERA, and a 1.14 whip for Morton on the season. But the last couple weeks for him, 18 2/3, 2-1 record, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 6 walks, 21 strikeouts, a 1.93 ERA, and a 0.75 whip with 2 quality starts. So right now he's going out there, and he's pitching real well as Morton, especially in his last 2 outings. And I know this NL East isn't as strong as I thought it would be this season, but there's still some decent hitting teams out there. But Morton right now, he's going out there each and every 5th day, and he's giving his team a chance to win. And he's pitching real well for fantasy owners. So the last few outings for him, June 11th in Miami, 4 innings, got the loss, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 3 Ks, a 9 ERA, a 2 whip. June 17th versus St. Louis, 7 2/3, got the win, 3 hits, no runs, 7 Ks, 0.39 whip and a quality start. And June 22nd at the Mets, 7 innings, got the win, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, a grade 11 strikeouts, 0.43 whip, and a quality start. So right now, Charlie Morton, he's been great. He's been phenomenal, and he hasn't given up a run in his last 2 outings now. And his next outing is June 29th versus a Met team that has a lot of injuries, even though I know reinforcements are on the way. But Charlie Morton, he's definitely on the rise this week, and that's a few pitchers on the rise here in Week 12 of the fantasy baseball season.